And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll go option to the short side, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Back to throw. Bell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Bell. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it neat.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. play that time on the catch and run.
26 yards. First down, Ravens.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second win here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Bell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. We're scoreless after 1.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Brian Poole. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chuck Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Bell. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Bell. Escaping the pressure right. He's to the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. How about that? Their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. If you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
John Franklin Myers.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Bell. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work?
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson flush to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bell. They fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Adafe Owe in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Bell. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Bell. Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, McFarland.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Off play action. Bell. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense once again up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Bell. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the ground.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Bell.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Jackson now. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Bell.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even
for
know why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bell, he's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Here's Jackson.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
42-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Bell.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 23. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Las Vegas, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.